Drunken pop, we're diving deep. The memories we swore to keep. Unfiltered tales that'll make you leap. Into your past we boldly leap. Shiznit speaks of games and dreams, old cartoons and backyard schemes. Nostalgia hit like a mighty wave. In this show, we misbehave. Double days with pockets full, bringing tales that always pull. Step heads, cackles with a glance, unleashing legends from our trance.
Screw you, DJ. Screw you.
Yeah, you're fired. Wait,
We'll tell you why later.
I just told him in the chat.
Welcome to Shooting the Shiznit. I am Timmy C, and this is Dollarable Dave.
Can you hear me good?
Stuck. Huh?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Sound okay?
Championship quality, man.
All right. Good deal.
So what's been
TJ's
going on
work-
in the world of Dave?
TJ's working nights,
Yeah, of course.
afternoons. Timmy C's back from his cruise to the water because he couldn't get on any ports.
It was a cruise to cold is what it was. The last day
Yes.
they closed the outside. They're like, you can't go outside. We're like, what? 55 mile an hour wind gusts.
What'd you
50
do?
we stayed inside and drank.
See, here's what I think is funny about cruise ships. I mean, I've been on 3. And I'm
I've been on about
like,
15 now. So
I'm 2 for like 7 on ports. It's always too windy to get to the port, too rough. You ever think it's too windy or too rough to get back into the fucking port back in Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Orlando or any of those? No, they always make that port.
it was actually. There was a ship that was out there that went back a day early because they were worried they weren't going to be able to port.
So they went back a day early.
Yeah.
You get a refund.
I think what they offered them was they could stay on the ship. Then in the port, they could stay on the ship the extra night. But guess what? You're paying tax on the drink package, and you can't gamble because the casino isn't open.
That's dumb as shit. Somebody be giving me money back.
Yeah, I'm
never going to
I'm
work
sure
here.
they got some sort of thing, but yeah, no. And this was bad. Like no one in the entire Caribbean ported that day because we were supposed to go to the private island, which now has a dock, and it's not a tender port. But even the boat that was supposed to dock there didn't get to go because the water was running up on the dock.
I think you should learn by now January and February ain't the months for cruising.
You know what? But it is. Like so many times I've been January and February, and it was beautiful. But I've happened to go 2 times, and it was not ideal.
So I've been in January, I've been in February, and I've been in March. In January, I was 1 for 3. In February, we were 0 for 2.
0 for 1. It was just 1.
And in March, we were 1 for 3.
Where were you supposed to go?
Who?
Which ports did you miss? I know we missed the private island on ours.
Yeah, so we missed the private island. So
'Cause
we
that was
missed
the
the
tender
private
port.
island, and we made the Bahamas.
Nassau.
But they only gave you like 3 hours.
I'd have looked at that on the cruise. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, man,
We were there. We were in Nassau from like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
we got there and got off the boat, but then we had to be back at the boat by like 2.
That sounds
So
like
we weren't even we weren't even part. I remember eating breakfast at like 9 o'clock or whatever as we were pulling into the port.
Well, I can't picture them being scheduled just to be there for 3 hours. What's up, Darren Staley?
We went and did the swim with the dolphins thing, and that was it.
I don't want to swim with dolphins.
It's neat. The water's cold as shit, though.
Especially in January, February, March.
So I'm done. We'll just do. He stole my phone in Atlanta. That's impressive.
We're doing an all-inclusive in May.
So we're doing St. Martin in March.
Isn't that still part of America?
No. It's
the
34 square mile island.
I know what St. Martin is. It's down
Half
in
of it's French, half of it's Dutch.
Dutch. There you go. That was what I was thinking.
So St. Martin is French and Dutch is like Saint Martin. So we're actually going to the Dutch side. But I'll have a car so we can go wherever we want.
Chocolate clock.
Jenny, I was like, I don't know how long we need this car for because I plan on drinking a lot.
Yeah.
So,
You don't want to get stuck in a Virgin Islands Dutch prison. They'll give you the Dutch
I
oven.
don't want to be in any prison. My booty hole's too pretty to go to prison.
Japan here, Okinawa here. What? You're in Okinawa?
And then we're doing St. Augustine in May.
Well, that is in America.
So we're going to fly down to Tampa, drive up to St. Augustine, spend 5 nights or 6 nights in St. Augustine, then go back to Tampa. We're going to go see Jelly Roll and Post Malone.
Gross.
And then we're going to go to a Rays game.
Even grosser.
And then we're coming home so I can go back to work.
I like that part.
Gross.
I like that part.
And then in July is BVI cruise.
BB, what is that?
British Virgin Islands.
Oh, okay.
That's the catamaran cruise we're doing for Jandy's birthday.
Rich people cruise. Got it. We're supposed to be a pop culture show. Well, TJ done screwed that up. We'd be covering pop culture, but
He's working.
oh, okay.
Today we're a vacation show.
He's talking about what he's okay. I see what he said. Japan here, Okinawa here. It's a Karate Kid 2 reference.
Oh yeah, I got that when he said. Every time I hear Okinawa, I think of Karate Kid too.
Not me. My sister lived there for like 5 years.
I'd like to go. I told Jandy, within the next few years, I want to go to Japan, and I want to go to a wrestling show in Japan.
Gross.
And everything. I have a buddy that lives there.
Wrestling's for losers.
Did you watch wrestling?
I haven't. I actually did watch the Royal Rumble. First wrestling I've probably watched in 6 months.
I literally have only watched the PLEs.
Yeah.
I
thought the women's Rumble was gross because they had to wear like clothes. They had to wear clothes.
I'd rather go to communist China than go to Japan and have Jimmy Sorensen be my tour guide.
But at least you'd get a Ribera jacket.
Oh no, well, we got a lot planned for the summer. Jenny still wants to do another trip in early July to go scalloping because our normal scalloping trip is not going to happen this year because our friends are going to be in New York City.
Why would you go scalloping?
It's fun, dude. It kind of scared the shit out of me last year when I bumped into a shark, but
you'd have beat him.
I probably could have. It was only about long.
Oh, you definitely could have taken it.
Yeah,
you just swing him around by the tail.
Yeah, I would have bit it.
Yeah, scalping like the Indians. Teepee, not die.
Scalloping.
It's where you go get them little tiny white nickels or whatever they are.
They're not. And what's funny is here. Let's pull it up. You look for.
Yeah, we've become the most rich white people show ever.
It's funny because when you
and cruising and
when you look at the water.
Sand dollars. They're very much like sand dollars, except sand dollars, when you get them out of the ocean, aren't white. They bleach them like your
they're
butthole.
brown.
They're brown like your butthole, and they bleach them like your butthole.
So that's what it looks like in the water. You basically see this flash of light, and it almost looks like
I think I dated her in college.
So that's and they chomp down and stuff.
No, definitely not. It says 3 inches in diameter.
Yeah, she was way bigger.
She was way bigger than 3 inches in diameter.
So, but it's fun. I mean, it's the most expensive scallops you've ever eaten when you think of the cost to rent the condo, the cost to rent the boat, the fuel for the boat.
Darren Staley. Act like you ain't ever been to Myrtle Beach.
You get the picture of Staley in our drunken pop shirt?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed seeing everybody this past week.
Did he see you whenever you took the picture of him? I didn't know if he was, blind or anything.
Yeah, I mean, he was standing right there looking at the camera.
Thought there may have been a stranger in his house.
So I was hoping he was going to bring his dad to Top Guy Weekend so we could hang out. His dad sounds cool.
I know. In fact, he should have sent his dad and he should have stayed home.
We should have left Darren home and just brought his dad, hung out with his dad, got him drunk. Talk about wrestling and shit. I'm sure his dad would have loved that. Been like, hey, first sergeant. Was he a first sergeant, Daryl Stalin.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. What's up, Coach Keith?
Coach Keith's here. Coach, we're talking about vacations. What's the best vacation you've ever been on, Coach?
We'll throw that out to anyone.
Don't say Top Guy Weekend Atlanta. Although I'll tell you, that was a fun weekend. I had to leave early because of the government shutdown. I had to come back and do some paperwork. But so I left a day early. So I missed.
You had to come back and do paperwork and not get paid for it?
No, I get paid. I mean, that was I had to get the paperwork ready for my guys that were getting sent home. So
what? Dad fell.
No, you have not. But no,
Tim, you saw him last weekend. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you didn't tell me your dad fell last weekend. But I had a blast. So they're doing it again in May, apparently now. So I will not be at that one as I'll be in St. Augustine. So that'll be my first Top Guy weekend. That'll be my first Top Guy weekend I've missed.
Well, no, you missed the first low key Big Hog weekend.
That wasn't Top Guy.
I know it was Topper guys.
That was Big Key Low Hog. I'm not Big Key Low Hog.
I'm just Big Kilo.
Kilo?
Yeah.
But we had a good time. All
right, so he fell on Christmas Eve. You saw him last weekend and he didn't tell you about it. Oh, he cracked his replaced hip.
He must have fell hard if he cracked.
You ought to sue someone for that. That's some bullshit.
But I will tell you a funny story.
Oh no.
No, I'll tell it to you offline. I can't tell you here.
Okay.
I'll tell you offline. It was hilarious because
I guess that means I may have to show up for Top Guy Weekend in May because someone's got to be there to represent. And TJ's going to be working fucking overnights or something, so he can't do it.
It's in Nashville, so he should make it.
Oh, I can definitely make it.
Yeah.
I can fall out of bed and be there. What is it? Is it coinciding with some AEW event?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. I don't have to go watch wrestling.
No.
Darren Staley gonna be in Nashville. I will definitely be there, Darren.
You can be his +1
at some point. Yeah, I'll have to be someone's +1, but or I'll just work real hard.
You know what's funny is I loved Smoky Mountain Wrestling back in the day.
He said Smoky Mountain Rain.
Oh, well, I don't know about Smoky Mountain Rain, but I love Smoky Mountain Wrestling back in the day.
You know about Smoke on the Water?
So, no, I recommend. I was kind of.
So tell me about it. Tell me what happened.
I was kind of unsure about a lot. Ad-free shows is going through some changes. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's now
what I hear.
Ringside Classics.
Oh, it's not ad free shows. It's now ringside
Nope,
class.
it's Ringside Classics.
Okay.
But
Was there some sort of wrestling company there?
yeah, one FW. So
what is
Ringside
that?
Classics and one FW are now they're like the official wrestling company of Ringside Classics. That
What
is,
is one FW?
it's almost like
Does Vince McMahon own it?
no, it's almost like AEW minor leagues. So it's owned by
Tony Khan?
QT Marshall.
Okay.
So Hook was there. So they did 4 television tapings that night that they were all there for.
Well, if there's anyone that's minor league, that's Hook.
But I missed it. So Conrad is actually the color commentator for him.
I
So
can see him doing that. He's a good dog.
Because he's asked me to go to some with him, but just the times never. It's a lot of it's on Sundays. It just doesn't line up, usually for me.
Yeah, you gotta go to church. And scout.
No, I have to work on Monday. I can't be in Atlanta till 2 a.m. or whatever. So, but the last time he asked me to go, I was actually out of town. I was already in Atlanta. So,
and you still didn't go?
They have a nice little facility, a little warehouse.
What is it? I'm guessing it's like the old center stage, isn't it?
No. It's a small warehouse in McDonough, Georgia. Small building behind Dollar General.
They're
really
everywhere
there,
okay.
But it is for a small independent organization. They put this beautiful 20+ foot like Titantron type gimmick thing that they'll have there. That looks really neat. Look who's here.
There's a hot woman in there. What are we doing?
I just need my computer and I'll get out of your way.
Girl, you fine. Say hi to Darren Staley and Coach
later.
Keith.
Who?
Darren Staley and Coach Keith.
It's Tim.
Oh, hello.
Hi, it's Tim.
Is on audio?
It's on audio.
Oh.
Tim went on a cruise.
Why
It was
are you
cold.
looking at scallops?
Because I put a picture on them because we're talking about going.
Yeah.
When we go scalloping.
Told him what a nerd he was for going scalloping.
Hey, it's kind of fun. And I hate fish, and it's fun.
It's kind of fun.
Jandy has
When I look
pills.
for vacations, it's something that's kind of fun.
I need that computer. Well, that's why I go. It's a blast, but the fish scare me, so it's a little. It makes. I definitely take Xanax before doing that.
Dave said
So
last
funny
year he
story.
almost
Funny
ate
story.
one.
On our Disney cruise, Tim, the one port we did make in Cozumel.
Yeah, Cosmo's
We go
fun.
and do ATV riding.
I would have done none of that. I'd have just
And Jandy got hit in the face by a rock.
This is not even part of. You're just off on a tangent.
But we go snorkeling,
she get hit by a rock.
not snorkeling,
Oh.
but it's water's cold. I finally get her in it because any water under 4,000 degrees is too cold for Jandy.
She's a hot tub girl. I know.
So you know Jandy, she's
Bougie. Yes.
Michael Lane says, "Hey Jandy."
Hey.
And Jandy, she's kind of quiet, doesn't cuss a lot, doesn't yell and scream.
Unless
We're
you're
just
there.
swimming. The fish are far away. That's how that's how I like it. The fish are far away. I don't want them near me. And this school of whitefish swims right in front of us. And they're just do. And Jandy flips the
Poops
fuck
herself,
out.
doesn't she? Just water brown
Flips
everywhere.
out. The next thing I know, Jandy is crawling on my back as I'm swimming, trying not to drown. And you hear Jandy, she goes, "That's it. Get me out of this bitch." I mean, we're literally in the ocean. Like, where are we going?
Get me back on the expensive cruise ship.
Why did touch me? I didn't like
They
it.
swam right by you. They weren't worried about touching you.
They were not interested in messing with James.
Get me out of this bitch.
I didn't like it.
Had she been drinking at that point?
No, not yet.
No.
Dude, Disney cruises suck.
Well, I'm not ever going to be able to. Well, I mean, I could afford to pay for it, but I would like for what I could go on a Disney cruise. I can get the Haven on NCL, which is kind of like when we go to wrestling events and do the
The sweet.
the suites. That's kind of what the Haven is on NCL.
Yeah. See, that was my one problem with one FW is they didn't have a suite in the building for me to sit in.
No, you had to. Yeah, well, I'm probably not allowed on Disney cruise because I'd kick Mickey in his little mouse dick.
But they say snorkeling down in St. Martin is supposed to be phenomenal, and Janie's like, nope, not doing it.
Snorkeling anywhere in the Caribbean is going to be phenomenal.
I know. I can't get her to do it. I'm gonna have to go do it by myself and just let her tan her bum cheeks.
You should go do snuba.
What's snuba?
It's like scuba, but it's like scuba, but I think you like are hooked
You're
to
attached
the boat or something. I don't know.
You're attached to the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you ain't got to have the tank on your back.
Yeah. I'd do that.
So tell me more about Top Guy Weekend. What went down? Let me hear what I missed.
So there's a new show called Curtain Jerkers with JBL and Casio.
That sounds gross.
It's hilarious. So Casio called me. He texted me and Dave to come meet him at lunch when he and Conrad were coming down. So we went to lunch, and then JBL joined us. So that was neat. And I mean, we literally just sat there, ate pizza, drank beer, and we all talked like we've known each other for 20 years. So that was pretty neat. Spend some good time with Eric Bischoff in the back, and Corey showed up, Corey Ryan Forster. So
I saw someone had a picture with Corey.
So he's one of my good friends. So I spent a lot of time with Dawkins and Corey, because Casio actually seemed to do they did a lot of Curtain Jerker episodes that are going to be coming up. They recorded a lot of them live at Top Guy Weekend, and it's a comedy type show with guests and stuff. So it was I had fun. I didn't pay a lot of attention to what was going on. I just was there to hang out with friends. So, and I mean, that's how it is. I obviously
we've always done it.
I would have enjoyed it much more if you and TJ were there. Lance didn't come. So Justin was there, but Justin was working. He was busy the whole time. So I didn't even get to really spend a lot of time with Justin.
Did you get to see Carla and the kids?
Carla and the kids were there. So I did get to spend time with them. And Hoop came. So, I got to spend time with Hoop. That's always a plus. And, Pondwater and I hung out. So we had a good time. No matter what, man, I love going to the Top Guy weekends just to hang out with my friends.
How many were there? Because I've seen a lot of scuttlebutt online that there aren't many Top Guys anymore. So
there was more this weekend than in St. Louis back in October, but there's still room to grow. So I think Ringside Classics ad-free shows, they really need to work on communication. I think that's a big downfall that they've suffered from.
So, who is now running the back end of that?
Justin and Evan. So they were there, but I mean they've really got to. It seemed like ad-free shows have gone quiet since about December 1st, and
well, if they're transitioning the brand. But
and I'm sure they're busy.
When you're involved in that kind of deal where you're constantly taking $100 a month from people, you need to be open and communicate with everything.
Yeah. But, Coach Keith was there. Rosie was there. Frank Bruno was there. So I got to spend some time with Bruno.
I miss Bruno.
Yeah, I miss Bruno too. But he's been at the last two. So I've got to see him a couple times in the last few months. So that's been nice. Next time I'd like to actually spend more time with Bruno. I really like Bruno. So I hate that, I just hate that I'm going to miss Nashville. So
Jenny was like that it's going to be in Nashville because
Jenny said I could cut my part of the trip early and come home, but I knew that was if I would have done that, I'd be a dick. So we'll stay at the beach.
I'm
a lot of things, but I ain't no dummy. So
Darren Staley, can I be your plus one?
Yeah, Darren, next time you got to let me know you're going, and next time we'll plan something. We'll go to dinner or something, because a lot of times, like when Tim and TJ and I, we go to all the events, but we don't always stay at the event the whole time. That we always like to. There's a good chance to get out, and we usually get out and go to dinner, do things like that. So. We need it next time we have an event. There's going to be more. So I think that's one of the things people want is more of these events. So there's going to be more. So we'll have more opportunities.
Well, I think the new thing they're doing is up to 3 events a year, right?
Or more. At least 3. So The plan is, and it was announced that they plan on doing a lot of these when WWE's out of the country. It's a good time to watch the events out of the country, and it doesn't get mixed in. So, when they're doing events in Saudi, and there's 3 this year.
That's like every pay-per-view now. I mean,
so it seems like a lot of they want to do a lot of things when WWE's out of the country. So I think that's a good time. I think the one thing they're really missing, though, and they really need on one of these Top Guy weekends, though, is they need Bruce. So I think that's the one thing.
Is he coming over with them to Wrestling Classics or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, his new episode got released today.
Okay.
But
I knew he was back, but
he's back, and the shows have been great because I kind of think before he left for a year or so, he was kind of mailing them in, but he seems to be re-energized and things. The show's much better. I haven't listened to today's. I listened to the beginning of it, but it's on Billionaire Ted, so I can't imagine it's anything crazy.
And by the way, shame on you, Dave, for spending 68 seconds with Darren.
Darren was with his buddy the whole time. It took me a while. At first, it's funny because Darren goes, "Hey, what's up, Dave?" And I looked at him. I'm like, "Who the hell is that?"
And why is he wearing our shirt?
And then I was like, "Holy shit, that's Darren!" But I mean, it's always good to see Dawkins and Corey. So spend a lot of time with them, and then Cassio, obviously. But I see Cassio here, so I don't have to.
I'm pretty sure that if I roll up to Nashville, I can just kind of walk in. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I could put you as my +1 and just not go. I mean, if TJ goes, you'd be TJ's +1.
I could be Dave, and Sarah will be me +1.
So yeah, I'm bummed on Nashville, but and I'm bummed I missed the last day in Atlanta. It looked like everybody had a good time, especially at that AFX Studios where they created all the.
Oh, is that where they had the Hogan head and whatnot?
Yeah, that was the Hogan head from that Nitro. They had a lot of the stuff. They had some Kane masks. They had a bunch of stuff there. So, and I guess there's a lot of movie props there too. So I would have liked to have seen that. But all in all, it was pretty good. It's good seeing everybody. I hope Eric can make it to some of the next ones. Remember the guy we met in Huntsville at Top Golf that kind of came to Top Golf with us, and we didn't even know who the hell it was. And then
what's his last name?
Nap, N-A-P. E-R-I-K, N-A-P. So super dude. He joins us on our shows and stuff at times. He went to Top Golf with us, and that's where we met him. But he was at Top Guy weekend that weekend, and when we all walked over to the Top Golf, he came with.
Okay.
But I like Top Guy weekends here, man.
Yeah, I prefer him in Nashville.
Like that's what sucked about where we were. We weren't technically in Atlanta. We were in McDonough, Georgia, and there wasn't shit nearby. So it was kind of you go to the event at the place and you're there. I mean, it was all we could do to find a liquor store.
What?
Yeah.
So was it not in like a bigger hotel? Like
no, it wasn't in a hotel at all. So the hotel was small. It was a small little Marriott Residence Inn. And the event was at that arena, that like warehouse thing.
All right,
it was much, much nicer than Rocket City.
We got to work on logistics in Nashville. Then I need to get with my brother Justin Yent and try to help him out as much as possible.
Yeah, so it'll be better. I mean, it was, when there was no traffic, it was like 8 minutes to the place. When there was traffic, it's like 30.
That's far. No.
But it was nowhere near as far as you remember going when we were in Huntsville.
Rocket City, yeah.
And then going to Rocket City Wrestling. How far that was.
Quelo saw that cow as roadkill.
Yeah.
Most Alabama thing ever.
But I love those weekends, man. We need to do like a mark out moment weekend.
We could do it down in Mississippi. One of Pond Water's wrestling shows.
Oh, we could do that. That'd be fun. Or get him to come to Huntsville and ref.
gross.
They got a couple wrestling things here.
Not Rocket City Wrestling, right?
They got Deep South or something like that too.
There.
Huh?
I said it gets hot there in the Rocket City
It
arena.
sure as shit does in July, doesn't it? Or June or
I can
whenever
tell
it
you. I've been there twice in my life.
was.
I went there in the summer. It was hot as shit. I went there for low-key big hole weekend. It was in March, and it was cold as shit. You have to catch that bitch in October.
Yeah. I went in May.
I bet that was pretty hot too.
Because it was when Judy had like her first match. We flew down.
By the way, congrats to her. She is blowing up. Wasn't she like rookie of the year or something?
I have no clue.
The Marcus Alexander Bagwell rookie of the year.
9 years in a row.
Yeah. She won it this year. She'll also win it 8 more. So what else is going on? I got back from a cruise. It was cold in the southeast. That was terrible. But I've already started looking. I got to get like a rebound cruise.
I would much prefer to go to all inclusive than a cruise.
Well, we're doing all inclusive in May. We're taking Jonathan graduates in May. I think May 17th, and on the 18th we're leaving for Cancun.
Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of game to do for spring break. So we originally had talked about going to Puerto Rico.
That's
and
America.
We found a place to stay in Puerto Rico, and then Jandy.
Do they have all inclusives in Puerto Rico?
No. And like, I mean, Jandy and I rented a house in St. Martin. It's literally on the water with a pool. I don't even know if I'll leave the house. I'll just sit right there. But
yeah, I like being near the water. I don't like getting in the ocean. I'd much rather be in a pool.
Well, it's a small pool, but it's our own pool. But we looked at Puerto Rico, and then she went to book the flights, and the flights changed and the price went way up. So she looked at she's like, what is this St. Martin or whatever? She goes, we can fly there first class from Atlanta for like $1,100
Each?
total.
Oh, okay. I was like, ooh.
So we booked it. We booked the flights and said, fuck it, we'll find something. And I've looked all over, VRBO, looked at stuff because we're not big on staying at hotels with tons of people above you and around you. And I found a house, rented it. And the guy that owns it immediately reached out to me, he's like, yeah, I'll be there. Let me know your flights and all the stuff. And he's like, if you need anything, I'll have it ready in the house for you. It has 110 reviews and it's 5 stars.
It's pretty good. He must treat you well.
So I said, we'll book that. I mean, I think I paid $2,700 for the house for the week. And then, $1,100 on flights. So we've got $3,800 wrapped in this. And we're going to spend 7 nights literally on the beach in a place we've never been.
Well, you know how much I had wrapped up in this cruise that me and Sarah went on? $700.
$700. Does that include your alcohol?
Yeah, drink package.
This doesn't include the alcohol or the food.
The cruise cost us $200 because
what kind of rooms you have?
Balcony. No, club balcony suite, like we had when we went.
Yeah. See, I have to have a room like that. I can't do any of that interior shit or any of that. Like, if I'm on a cruise ship, I got to be able to go out and get away from people and feel the breeze and sit out and enjoy. Although you said it was cold, so
I had what NCL calls cruise neck certificates.
Mm-hmm.
You buy them on a cruise, and then you get half of it back as a onboard credit, and then it counts toward the deposit for your next cruise.
Yeah.
So I used 3 of those, which was $750. I had a $500 off offer from DraftKings through their casino program. So the cruise wound up costing me $200.
And see, my friend, she put on there today, I'm thinking about taking the kids on the Disney cruise in October for fall break. And I wrote, do not recommend. Disney cruises suck. There's so many kids and no casino.
There's no casino on a Disney cruise?
Uh-uh.
That is terrible.
Dude, the most fun night we had on the MSC was when Jenny and I went to the casino. And it's funny because I'm throwing $100 out on the table for a roll of roulette. And Jenny's betting like $2 minimum. And she's, she'd lose $2 or win $2, and it was either the greatest thing in the world or the worst thing in the world. And I'm just like, oh, whatever. I'm throwing chips everywhere, just all over the board and having fun. And
we met a nice group of people from Wyoming.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
No, they came up to us the first night, and a couple of them were drunk as shit. And we're like, "What do y'all do for a living?" They're like, "We're on a Bible camp." We're like, "What?"
Hey, they drink wine in the Bible.
Hey, they were really nice people. We had a good time with them the whole time.
That's good. Yeah, see, I always have fun like meeting people and hanging out and doing stuff.
I love people watching. I like meeting people.
Jenny and I met a nice couple in Mexico when we were on our honeymoon, and they were from Boston. And I mean, like, we ended up going to dinner and doing things together, and actually leaving the resort and going to the little bodegas down the street and doing all this stuff. I mean, it was just cool. It was just cool to hang out with people and meet new people. So I'm always about that. Jenny, not so big on that, but I mean, I'll talk to anybody and, strike up a friendship and conversation or whatever. So, I mean, hell, that's how I met my buddy in Atlanta, literally just on the beach. And now he's one of my best friends.
Hey, don't be getting on my property, sir.
They're actually flying over this weekend to go to dinner with us.
I wish I could fly somewhere to go to dinner.
Early Valentine's. We're taking the wives to early Valentine's dinner. And then we're having Super Bowl.
Taking them boot?
No, we're going to Old Town Stockhouse.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Last time Jenny and I went to Old Town Stockhouse, my bill was $410 for the two of us. It's almost as much as your cruise.
I'd have sold those stocks.
The food was so good. It's not something you go to every night, but I mean, you know us. When we go out to eat, we go out to eat. I ain't going to Applebee's. So
it's because they don't allow you there anymore, sir.
No, I've been kicked out. I ain't fancy that one time. I still remember that bar. There's a bar in Statesboro, Georgia, called the Wooden Nickel. So it's a Statesboro, Georgia is a college town. It's where Georgia Southern is.
Okay.
It was about 45 minutes, 50 minutes from Fort Stewart when I was there. So we'd go there on, you don't go on Saturday nights, you go on Friday nights. Because Saturday nights, they stop serving alcohol at midnight.
What?
Well, they can't serve alcohol in Georgia on Sundays or in that town or whatever. So you don't go on Saturdays, you go on Fridays. But dude, it was like shooting fish in a barrel, man, with all the girls from the college. And just, hey, is what it is. We'd have fun and party, but man, that bar would get, and Saturday nights was fun because it was $5
You had to
cover,
find an after party.
but it was $5 cover at the door. And they give you a cup, $5 sink or swim. That's it. That's all you pay.
Mm-hmm.
Fridays was different.
That sounds like a not. It seems like a bar would lose money on that.
I mean, you're drinking well drinks, but they definitely lost money on my ass. But I remember one Friday night we're there, and it was all dude bartenders that night.
Gross.
And I got tired of waiting on a drink. And, girls would come up, and I'd be like, dude, I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. What the hell? So finally, I jumped over the bar.
That sounds like a bad idea.
And made my own drink, and then got into a fight with the bartender. I mean, you know me.
It happens that way.
And you know me now. Imagine 21-year-old me. I was a fucking handful.
Get your ass whooped?
No, I popped him right in the fucking mouth. And then the bouncer picked me up by my head and threw.
Well, you didn't lose to the bartender, just the bouncer.
The bouncer tossed me out like there was no tomorrow, but I popped him right in the mouth. So he threw his his wine key at me. You know, the thing they open the beer bottles with?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he threw that, hit me right in the shoulder. So I punched him in the face. So
That's
whatever.
dumb.
I've done dumber shit.
Well, so is he. Why would you throw? It's like I threw a shoe at you. What are you doing throwing a shoe?
Who throws a shoe?
Throw a damn beer bottle. Something's gonna do some damage.
But yeah, he threw that thing at me and hit me in the shoulder, so I punched him. But no, my man, the Army stories were out of control. The things we did every weekend. I don't know how I lived through it.
See,
Probably more dangerous.
I was in the
being
reserve.
war.
All my Army stories are on the weekend, and all we did was work. So
Yeah, that's dumb. I tell you what, man, the Army was fun. So we had a lot of, obviously you experience some crazy shit when you do what I did, but the camaraderie that you build and the friendships that you build with the guys and the partying that you do. Dude, they instituted a new rule at Fort Stewart because of my roommate in the Army. He got like a $10,000 bonus, sign-on bonus. He bought him a truck for like $2,000 and then bought like $8,000 worth of alcohol. So they instituted a new rule of how much alcohol you could have in your room.
I would have thought that would have been a rule already.
It wasn't in 2000, but in 2001 it was. So, yeah. But man, we had one night, we'd get all liquored up. We start playing paintball in the barracks. So everybody had paintball shit. And we got the bright idea of like, hey, let's just start shooting each other with paintballs. So you go out there, one person goes out there and puts on a mask and walk back and forth and talk shit, and we'll try and shoot you. Well, then that elevates to we're playing full on paintball and around the barracks. Open it up, knocking on people's doors. They open them up. You blast them with paintball. And then the MPs came. So
I was gonna say, I'd have probably tried to kick your ass if you shoot me with a paintball gun.
So yeah, it was. We had some wild weekends.
Well, I mean, I had the semi-army experience, but I think it sounds similar to my college experience. Work hard, play hard.
I did the college after the fact, so I didn't do the full-blown university.
You were that non-traditional student guy we made fun of.
Oh no, because I was still. You got to remember, I got out of the Army at 22.
That's non-traditional. That's old in college years.
So,
well, not anymore. Now that's like
not
like
only was
junior quarterback.
But here's the deal. I got out of the Army at 22. My dad lived in Brazil, so I lived in his beach house and had my own boat at 22 years old. So where do you think all the girls hang out?
Not your house.
My house. So, needless to say, and I've said this before, the best year of my life was that year out of the Army. Before I decided, like, hey, man, I'm making too much money in Tampa. I'm going to move there out of the beach and quit school and work full time.
Sounds terrible.
My dad gave me anything I wanted.
Oh.
22 years old. He's never even home. He would come home. Dude, when he met my first wife, I met her at Coyote Ugly. She was a bartender at Coyote Ugly. And I took her out. So I met her. I met her one weekend. We went out the next weekend. And then the following weekend, she went on the boat with me. It was
3
a
weeks
Sunday.
later, you're married.
It was a couple years later, but it was a Sunday. We get in off the boat, and my dad's back from Brazil. He's at the house. And he is there, and we walk in the back sliding door, and she walks up to him all bubbly and goes, "Hi, my name's Sarah." And he looked her dead in the eye dead in the eye and goes, I'm not even going to try to remember your name till you've been here for a couple months.
Damn. Now I see where you get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was one of those, you know, and she was just kind of like, what the fuck? You know, and I'm thinking, dude, you cock block, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But it was just rotating doors.
He was being realistic. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I had the summer of 2004 was the greatest summer of my life. I got out in May. My dad bought me a boat. That was my, hey, you made it through war. You went to the army, bought you a boat.
Jesus Christ. 2004 was the year I had my first marriage.
So, it was, I literally had full run of my dad's money, my car, his car, and his beach house.
Get a job.
I got it. I had a job and lost it. I got fired like 2 months into it.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I didn't like the way the guy kept looking at me at work. My brother got me a job where he worked at the boat place. So I would go there after school.
Selling boats?
No, it was a diesel engine thing. So they'd rig boats with diesel engines and do all this shit. And I worked in the parts department, like pulling parts to ship out and stuff. And one of the managers, he used to always eye fuck me, and I got tired of it. So like he's walking by and he's looking at me, and I was like, what the fuck do you keep looking at? And they fired me.
Well, that's not a good way to talk to the boss.
Well, don't look at me like an idiot. I'm just here doing my own thing. But I mean, I didn't like it. They didn't let me have smoke breaks and stuff, you know, back when I smoked cigarettes and all the shit.
Bad for you. They were trying to get you to stop. I mean, it
was stupid. I hated it. I hated every minute of it. So it was just one of those things like, hey, let me get fired and then I can just
kind of like your job now. Hate every minute of it.
Oh, I love my job now. But it just wasn't worth it. I mean,
so the government shut down again. Is that right?
It only shut down for 2 days.
They is it fixed for good now or
no? I think we're doing it again on the 13th of February.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So how long is it shut down for then?
I don't know. Depends on what kind of agreement they come to. Hopefully it doesn't get shut down.
We'll see. I'm not optimistic on it.
No, both sides are getting too extreme now. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
So there at some point there needs to be somebody who comes into the middle and is like, look, guys, let's fix this shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if someone could undivide it and run a platform on the middle, they'd be the most popular son of a bitch ever.
Yeah.
So plans for the Super Bowl?
Just gonna hang out at the house. Got a couple buddies coming over. We're gonna do a taco bar, drink margaritas, bang senoritas.
Ooh. Not in front of each other, hopefully.
No, when they leave, everybody leaves. But no, so just do that. Keep it chill. I get to sleep in the next morning, so that's nice. I got to take Ansley to get her physical for track.
And you had to do that during the school day?
It's at like 8:30. That's when Janie got the time. So she had it planned the next day at 7:30 before school started. But Janie won't be here this week, so I have to do it all. And I have a meeting at 8:30 that I can't miss. So
she's traveling on work again?
Yeah. So she leaves Monday.
Gone all week?
Yep.
That sounds terrible. You're going to be a miserable bastard.
I'm going to be a prick by the end of the week for sure. I mean, just like any other week, probably. But yeah, so she's got that, and then I know she's got to go up to Illinois on travel.
Going to visit the fam?
So she's got to go up there, and she'll see her mom and dad and sisters and all that shit. Her sister's getting married in September, and called me the other day to be the officiant of the wedding.
Oh, jeez. So are you getting ordained?
I am.
That's
through a website for Illinois.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Nah.
Like you could be a turtle shell and get ordained as a minister.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start my own church.
Tell her I'm looking for the invitation, waiting for it to come in the mail.
Dude, this is gonna be fun.
She's met me once, so
Jandy's sister?
yeah. When me and TJ came up there.
Oh yeah, it's the one that lived in Fire Lake too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other one is the other twin that lives in Georgia is pregnant.
Oh, is she married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And her husband just joined the army.
How old is he?
31, 32, something like that.
Why?
He joined the Army Reserves. And he's hating life.
Why would you do that to yourself at 31 years old?
You get the benefits, and he's trying to get a job.
Yep. No, you do that at 18. You don't do that at 31.
So he's doing that. I think it's good for him. It's fine. But he just graduated basic training at Fort Sill and hated it.
At least the tough part's over for the most part.
And now he's in AIT, and he's hating life at AIT because he's stuck in holdover.
What's his MOS? What's he do?
I think he's gonna be a combat medic.
Huh? Does he have a medical background?
No. It'd be good for him.
All right. So I know what basic training was like when I was 18. I cannot imagine 31-year-old me going through basic training.
But see, the problem is he's now matured. So going through basic training with 18-year-olds is driving him crazy.
Yeah, I'd kill every one of them.
Yeah, me too. So when I went through at 18, we had a 35-year-old in ours. Michael couldn't do basic. Michael Lane.
He's too fat to do basic.
He's actually lost a ton of weight. I'm actually proud of him.
Still too fat to do basic. Did he say he's 30?
Yeah, he's 30.
No way.
He's a child.
What the? I can't be friends with him anymore.
I know you're old enough to be his daddy.
I know. I literally am old enough to be his dad. Especially in Kentucky. I'm old enough to be his granddaddy almost.
Michael Lane, pay attention to the chat. Sean Jones asked you what clubs you're hitting.
La Vila, Vinegar. Yes, I love when Michael Lane calls me daddy.
Oh, Lord. That's who we were missing at Top Guy Weekend was Sean Jones.
Where was he at? Arizona.
In Arizona, not at Top Guy Weekend.
Sean Jones, why were you not at Top Guy Weekend?
There's your answer.
I don't know what that means.
Me either. Looks
Is that like
it's
a Japanese car?
Let's look it up. What is it? Mizuno JPX 923 Tour.
It's $87 for a full set of those.
Oh, those are poor people golf clubs.
Jesus, you can get those at Walmart.
Oh, look at this dick. I was golfing in 80-degree weather. How was freezing your ass? Dude, it's cold as shit here today, Sean.
I've still got snow on my yard from 2 weeks ago.
We didn't get any snow. Thankfully, we didn't get any snow. It snowed like a bitch in Atlanta last weekend.
So when we drove to the airport, we went down through Nashville. There's a line when you go because where I was, we had like 8 inches of snow and then we had like 2 inches of sleet on top of it. So as you're going down to Nashville, there's a line you hit where it was just ice. Like all the trees were covered in ice.
Yeah, and they're like sagging.
And and they lost power. We were sitting at a red light in Clarksville, and Sarah's got a moonroof on her Pilot, and we had to open it up just to make sure it didn't crack the glass on it. It was so loud. Shot
little chilly here. I think it
92.
was 75. A little windy. I mean, I need to move to Arizona.
He
Shit.
shot 92 and then started on hole 10.
That's me.
That's me too. Yeah. But I'd have definitely had a 12 pack gone at that point.
That's me too. The back nine's even worse because usually I'm drunk.
Yeah. Usually hold it under 100, the front nine, and then the back nine gets a little messy.
Shit gets hairy on the back nine. All right, let's wrap this up. We got this weekend on Sunday,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. We're gonna do footballers. We're gonna do full game predictions.
We're going to do the 6-hour pre-show for the Super Bowl.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Maybe
Sounds
an
like a
hour.
lot.
Maybe an hour. We'll go in.
We could get an hour in talk Super Bowl and football. It's been a good football year. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do to replace footballers for the next 8 months.
See the Bengals game at the Pro Bowl this week?
They suck.
The Bengals had 2 of the 3 quarterbacks in the AFC.
I saw Jamar Chase with an
and the 2 wide
interception.
receivers.
Jamar Chase had an interception. Saw
Yeah,
that.
he's the best defensive player on our team, which is weird.
Oh, Mike
doesn't
Lane
play
talk about golf. So we're going to start a golf ballers. And we'll bet on we'll bet on PGA Tour over under.
Well, this week the waste management.
Yeah,
That's the fun one.
I want to go to that.
Yeah, me too. Sean Jones is close. He could go.
Yeah, Sean, you going to waste management? I've never been to a golf.
Yeah, I can't imagine going to a PGA tournament. That's weird.
No, terrible. And we had up there in Illinois, we had the John Deere Classic literally in the town.
Yeah,
right
be
there.
quiet.
I never went.
Shit. I can't be quiet.
No, I talk too much to be
Yeah,
sitting in a library all
this is a
day.
shitty shot.
Yeah.
All
Your
right.
mom's a whore, Rory.
A hoary, Rory.
Not going this year, but tickets are easy to get.
I hear if
There you
you're
go.
drinking long enough, there, so are chicks.
Mike Lane wants to go to that. So maybe we need to put together a mark out moments golf trip.
Go to the waste management.
And we could be able to shoot some good content there.
I bet we could.
Yeah. So all right, well there you have it. We
We'll see
shot
you
the
guys on
shit.
Sunday.
Hopefully TJ's back next week. We go back to our normal programming. now
He's probably on
February.
overnight, so he still won't be drinking with us. So
Is he on overnights next week?
I don't know. Probably.
His schedule's stupid. He needs to get it together. We
He
need to
needs
get
to
back
get a
to
new
we need to
job.
get back to make sure we record at least once a week.
Get him a
So-
job as a banker, so he only works during the day.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Peace out.